Hi, I'm Tyler, and this is The Sharpshooter, teaching you valuable skills to make better videos. Today, we're talking about 5 tips for aspiring video producers. Number 1, identifying job opportunities. Now, you can certainly approach video jobs like another job where you're looking for a full-time or part-time listing, but you also have the option of doing freelance work, and sometimes there's even opportunities beyond that. Maybe you have a family friend and their kid's about to do a ballerina recital and they'd like a video of it. You could offer your recording services. Or another example could be a live event in your community. Maybe there's never been a video of it before and you could offer to record it. The point is, the more you put yourself out there, the more others will recognize your abilities and associate you with your skills. This will lead to better opportunities as you grow. Now, if you're going to school for video production, a good resource could be talking to your professor about job leads and opportunities. And that's actually how I started my side business. Within a couple months of graduating college, a former professor called me because he knew of a video opportunity for me to pursue. So I actually went after it, and it became a long-term contract where I recorded videos for another 6 years for that organization. The point is, you should always keep your eyes and ears out there for video opportunities because there's so many available. Tip number 2, use what you've got. You don't have to have the latest and greatest video equipment. Now, quality is certainly important, but these days you can achieve high quality video with very inexpensive equipment. Sometimes you can even use your cell phone. So don't get hung up on equipment that you don't have. Just focus and do your best with the equipment that you do have. Because remember, at the end of the day, the client doesn't really care about what camera you're using or what piece of software you have. All they care about is if the video looks good and accomplishes their goal. Just try to maximize the skills and equipment you do have and then focus that on opportunities to get better. This reminds me of a story when I was starting out. I was about 19 and I was working for a live sound, light, and stage company, and we were setting up for live bands performing in the area. And I was working along with one of the sound guys, and he told me to remember something that was very important. He said, in any job, big or small, it's your ear, not the gear. And what he was trying to say was, it's not about the equipment, it's about your abilities to use the resources you have to make the best thing possible. Number 3, don't forget the fundamentals. At a minimum, your shots should be well framed, in focus, and properly exposed. Don't ever make excuses for poor production. Over the years, I've met others that have tried to take shortcuts with the fundamentals, and most of the time it has to do with lighting. They don't take the time to set up lights or take advantage of natural lighting that's available. And it always costs them in the long run. Either they'll have a product that's subpar, or they'll spend significant amount of time trying to fix the problem in editing. Now, I use that as an example because a lot of beginners can quickly grasp how to keep their shots in focus and how to properly frame something. But lighting can be a bit more complex. And most of the time when this happens, it's when someone's shooting indoors and they're relying on the lights in the ceiling to illuminate the person. And typically, that's really harsh lighting. It causes awkward shadows around the face and unpleasing skin tones, and it just really doesn't make the person on camera look good. And it doesn't take a big investment in lighting or effort to set up the lighting these days. Oftentimes, I'll just tell beginners to go out to the hardware store, buy some daylight balanced light bulbs and some work lights, and clamp them onto their tripod so the light is shooting the same way that their camera is pointed towards the subject. So we'll talk more about lighting in another video, but I wanted to provide that example because it's one that I see all the time. So really, just pay attention to your lighting and throw some effort in that at the beginning of your shoot so you're not spending countless hours trying to fix it after your shoot. And tip number 4, just remember you'll get better with time and experience. So take the opportunity and shoot things outdoors, shoot video indoors, shoot B-roll, shoot interviews. Whatever you have the opportunity to shoot, it will become a learning lesson. And don't be afraid to fail, just keep doing it. Now, there's a lot of great examples on YouTube and other websites to improve your skills as a beginner. But just be cautious because sometimes there's videos out there that claim to teach you a special trick or a shortcut, and oftentimes those tricks may not work out. So really just focus on the fundamentals, and those include exposure, keeping your shots in focus, and proper framing. And in addition to that, get a variety of shots when you shoot. And when I say that, I mean get wide shots, medium shots, and tight shots, and edit them in a variety that looks pleasing to the eye. This will make sense the more you shoot video. You'll build upon that experience. And remember, that's the most important thing. The equipment you use will come and go. The trends of today will be dated tomorrow, but your experience is what you take to the end, and that's what makes you better. And the only way you can get experience is by going out and doing it. And that brings us to our last tip, which is number 5. Work with others to develop your skills. And when you get a chance, try to work with somebody that's more experienced than you are. Ask them how they would handle the video shoot. Ask them to look at your portfolio and give you honest feedback. Now, a few months before I graduated college, I remember calling a local ad agency. I considered them the best in town for producing local video ads, and I asked if I could speak with their senior video producer. And I was lucky that he took my call. I told him that I was about to graduate and asked if he'd be willing to look at my portfolio and provide me with honest feedback. And he did, and a lot of those tips that he provided back then are still things I consider when I'm doing any video. And what I found is that truly successful people want to see others succeed too, especially the next generation. So never be afraid to ask for advice from someone you look up to. And hopefully you're lucky like I was, and they'll take the time and provide good advice. So those are my 5 tips for aspiring video producers. If this video helped you, make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. I'm Tyler, and this is The Sharpshooter, teaching you valuable skills to make better videos.